they tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you. Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to you. Say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here it comes, kill. He's coming, double up. He's coming.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Hey, I'm coming.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike is set. 19. Mike spot 4. All day.
Throwing again is Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Alert! Go! Right there, 54.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get fresh!
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. That's Samuel, caught left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
At the 19-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Lamar Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Watson. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll be.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now it's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Hey, here we go. 54 Mike, 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. We just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I got it. Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
At the 23-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's make these big.
Watson on third down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On first down, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that could save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the edge.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready! Ready! Watch the car! Watch the car! Gun, gun, gun. 41 to Mike, 41 to Mike. Check, 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 41. Express! What's up? 41 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Cameron Artis-Payne, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw, Watson. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Newton. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The final shot before break. Newton flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. On 1st down, it's Newton. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
before Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, Katie. Go, go, go. Two times. Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. A shotgun snap for Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? 180. Great. Watch the out.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 83 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 50, Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Brandon Dunn. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Back now in Houston. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Newton. He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
40, with a set, 20. Double dog, that's the way. 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Express!
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, first down. They'll run on first down. Miller, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. Pushing it. Lamar Miller. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, ready?
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
26-yard line.
Force it. Look at it. Gun. Check 41. So don't say nothing. 41, go. Let's go, D. Mike 41.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Ready. Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Slam. Gun. Great.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Cut.
Watson now to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
54. Watch the slant. 24. Come on, 54. Right there. 54.
Watson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
54. Man, I got you.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
I think we just saw an example of a game situation that I know is discussed, practiced to the nth degree, go right out the window, and a chance to win the game as well.
Yeah, protect the football. On the other side, you're taught to get in there and rake it out. They did just that.
I mean, they go over this starting in OTAs and mini camps. You go through these situations, and that's the way a lot of teams like to end practice. Finish it off with this type of a drive, kick the game-winning field goal. Everyone feels good and heads to the locker room. In this case, though, they're not going to feel so great about it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Newton to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Will Fuller. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
We're on 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. It's complete. Artis Payne. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it.
41 to Mike. 41 Mike. Hey, 41 Mike.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Tight down. There you go. Mike 41.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaughtons get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
This is McCaffrey. Shoves him aside, and he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That's one of those pivotal plays that'll just stick out in everybody's mind from this game. If he picks that off, what a momentum swing down here in the end zone.
And he did his job. He knocked the ball away. But it does feel like a letdown for him and his teammates, doesn't it? A chance to intercept it, turn it back over to his offense with a chance to win the game.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First throw in OT for Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
On 1st and 10, Watson, quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. They give him a gain of 38. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
And
this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.